Hey everyone, welcome to 7 Days to Die, and I'm going to show you guys today your day one tips and tricks. So this is exclusively just for beginners, guys that are first stepping their feet or dipping their feet into 7 Days to Die. And in my opinion, this is what you're going to need to know, and this is what you should follow initially when you start the game. Once you become a Fae, obviously things can change and you can do things a whole lot differently. So first things first, you want to start your starter quests. So if you look in the top right of the screen, you will see the tutorial challenge. Open challenges window. Depending on if you're in console or PC, you will have a different icon or different thing to push. So we're going to go and start the basics of survival. It's green, which means we've completed it. We're going to say redeem. Right, so our next challenge will be gathering plant fibers, wood, etc. Instead of going through everything one by one, I'm going to just run through it. Just watch what I do and listen to how I explain it, and you'll be fine. So first thing you want to do is you want to hit plant fibers, as many of those as you can. So just keep whacking those, hit these things. You'll see these little icons. That's above little pieces of wood that you can gather. So it's asking you to gather wood and plant fibers in the top right. So we're going to do that. I'm going to gather a bit more than sort of what is really needed. The reason being is because you are going to need a little bit more anyway. So let's get through that quickly. Okay guys, so then once you've completed your gathering, you'll see the craft tools at the top. You're going to hit tab on PC and you'll see there it says stone axe and it's got the little trophy icon there. We're going to hit that and we're going to say craft. Once you've crafted one of those, let's stick it in your hotbar because now you can equip it. Now you've got a tool that's going to help you. This tool helps you chop things down, gather materials, and it helps you upgrade and repair certain items as well. You're going to use this for the first few days, but it's essential that you actually craft this item. So moving on, what have we got next? Stone axe harvesting, harvest wood 10. Okay, so let's do that quickly. Okay, we've got some wood. Now we just need some stone. So there's a couple of ways. You can just run around, collect stones that are lying on the floor next to you. Or if you see a rock like this, you can just give it a whack. There's one like loose stone. Or you can just give this a whack and gather the stone that you need. Also, just bear in mind, you need stone in your inventory to repair your stone axe. If you look at the my hotbar at the bottom, you'll see that it's slowly deteriorating as I beat on this rock, so you'll eventually need to repair it. Okay, next thing it's going to say craft primitive outfit, so let's do that quickly. Conveniently it pops up at the top here. Let's craft that. I am going to want to craft a full primitive armor outfit because that is excellent. Once you've got that, that gives you like, I think it's plus 30 armor, which at the end of the day is going to help you a lot, especially when you start encountering zombies. So let's equip those now. So primitive outfit on the PC, you can see it says beware, just press W. It's a nice easy shortcut rather than doing it manually. Once you've done that, you need to craft a club. So let's see, what do we need to craft a club? Wooden club. Let's just type in here. So I've got prim in here. Let's just type club. There's our wooden club. Let's craft one of those. Let's bring that. I like to keep that in my number 3 slot. So we've got our wooden club. Let's take it out. There we go. Now that's what we can knock zombies on the head with. What you also want to do, day one tips, is pick up stones and things as you see them. Once you've got your axe, bird's nests, what you can do, you can either search a bird's nest like this, gather everything, and then the bird's nest will disappear, or you can beat on the bird's nest. You'll get some extra feathers, and then you can just loot the backpack that spawns from it. So that way you can maximize on feather gathering initially in the early game, because you're going to need that to make your arrows. So our next task is the craft a bow. Let's have a look what we need to craft a bow. We've got everything because we collected lots of plant fibers. I think we can also do the stone arrow. Let's craft 6 of those because we gathered some extra feathers. And let's equip that. I think we'll put it in number 4 slot. Let's see, that should be great. Okay. Right, then it says redeem rewards again, so let's do that quickly. We're going to go up here in our menu after we press tab, Go to our challenges and let's redeem all our rewards. So this can be a little bit time consuming. There are mods that change that, but there we go. We've completed our first set of quests. It's now going to give us a little message here. You can read that in your own time. And it's going to send you to the trader. So we're lucky here. We're nice and close by. I mean, you, depending on if you're playing a single player map, Navezgane, or if you're playing a multiplayer map, or just a random gen, it will differ. Right. But it's essentially the same. It's just the distance you'll be from the trader. So the next step is loot the trader. So you'll see the trader here. He's got a lot of stuff you can loot. Here's a forge. You can grab some stuff here. Here's a workbench. You can grab stuff there. Here's a vehicle. There's some bird's nests. Now, in the trader, you can't destroy anything. So there's a nice little book we can read. In the trader, you can't break anything, but you can at least search it. So that's nice to have. We've got a couple of feathers there, and we've got some other things as well. Some eggs. Let's see what's in here. We've got some luggage. Alright, and some leather. Right, I'm not going to go through all of it. I mean, you guys can see there's lots of things to search and look around in. My suggestion is loot everything you can from the trader. You want to initially on day one try and get forger head books, which you will get from forgers, destroyed workbenches, cement mixers, and chemistry stations. Each trader will have some of those things as well. So don't worry about that. Just loot what you can and get your quests complete. Now, once you meet the trader...
Come near me again, and I'll cut you. Now that you did the job, I guess you ain't that damn bad after all.
Right, so he gave us a shovel. Now, that is because he is going to send us on our first quest. So we're going to say here, have you got any special jobs?
Listen up, jackass. You want work? Then show some respect.
He's going to give you a little digging
Get
quest.
moving, jackass. This don't pay by the hour.
So that will now, if you have a look on your compass at the top, it'll show you a sort of a location where you need to go, which is down this way for us. Let's get out of here. I like to keep the trader doors closed because zombies can wander in there. I see one in the distance as well. Next thing you want to do is you want to build a storage box, or a storage crate. Let's craft one of those, and let's pop that down here. Let's just get it. There we go. All right, then you got a little storage crate. So all the stuff you don't want to carry on you, you can put in here for the time being. It helps because when you go out looting and things, you don't want to get encumbered. So the first thing you're going to have to do, obviously, once you've met the trader, like we said earlier, is go and do the digging quest. I'm going to go do that quickly, and we will be back. Okay, so once you get up to your first little quest here, you're going to see a little exclamation mark bouncing up and down. This is what you use to trigger a quest. So if we now hit E, there will be a circle on the ground. That's where we are going to need to dig. We're going to drag this shovel down into our hotbar, and then we are going to dig for our supplies to complete our quest for the trader. So let's do that quickly. I'll see you shortly. Oh, and another thing just to mention to you guys, once you've finished your little digging quest, you are going to have at least one zombie spawn to come and attack you. You don't have to attack him. You can if you want to. He's not going to catch up to me if I run away. And I can just give him a couple of whacks on the noggin and he's gone. Also, guys, try not to sprint too much. I'm sprinting. I'm obviously got a few thousand hours in the game, so I know what I'm doing. But for your initial start, just try not to run and sprint too much, because it really depletes your stamina, and that can put you in a pickle, especially if you stumble into a zombie and you've got no stamina left. So let's quickly run back. Let's grab our first reward from our trader.
Congrats. What are you looking at?
Okay, so he's got pipe pistol, pipe shotgun, pipe baton, pipe rifle, pipe machine gun. So initially, I think I normally go pipe machine gun. The pipe shotgun is a one shot. The pipe rifle is a one shot. So it's one shot reload, and it's really slow. So they're not that great. The pipe baton, depending on if you want to go and spec into that, I would rather just normally go strength and stick with the wooden club. And the pistol is pretty weak, but it's got more than one round at least, and the pipe machine gun has got a decent magazine as well. So I'm going to take the pipe machine gun and check his jobs once again. Here now you'll see we've got a whole plethora of what to choose from. My best bet is to go initially for the ones that are closest. So this one's 148 meters southwest. It is the closest job.
If you want a job from me, you'll do what you're told, asshole. Word of advice. Next time, bathe before coming to a job interview.
Okay, so he's done talking. So now, so basically now we've got our first quest. I just went and did a couple of initial quest things just to get them out of the way and to get our compass to update with where our first retrieve the supplies in this case is going to be. So let's get up there quickly and I'll show you guys what you need to do. Okay, so once you get up to your first quest, you're going to see same thing with the buried supplies. You are going to see a exclamation point bouncing here. So what I suggest you guys do, this is very beneficial, especially if you want to sort of give yourself a bit of a head start going into the game. You want to be able to double loot. And what I mean by double looting is we are going to run through this POI, this quest, and then once we've finished it, then we're going to come out, and when you activate it, it resets this entire area. So let's go. Okay, so once we get to the end of your place that you are going to loot, you're going to want to loot all these boxes, these sealed shipping crates. These have loot inside, depending, so food will be food, Shamway Foods, and Savage Country will normally be armor. Right, unlock that, there's a key rack, right. Then next thing you want to do is you're going to want to run around back. So once you've done this, now you want to activate your quest. Once you've activated your quest, you can re-loot, and now everything you've taken from this building, you can now get again because everything resets. So that is crucial in the beginning because it's going to get you that little boost that you need further on in the game. And I normally do this up to about tier 2 or tier 3. Once I've got a bicycle and extra storage and a base setup or a location, it's really, really handy. And also have a look around the gardens. You'll see here's nests here. These will all reset as well if I loot them. So keep that in mind, guys. Just do a little run around. Don't rush it. One other thing to note, guys, is in your residential areas, you will see a lot of these houses have post boxes or mailboxes outside. You want to go and loot those as well. So here we've got a book here. This is vultures. We do 10% more damage to vultures. You can take the book, you can read it, or whichever you want to do. So here it's in my inventory. You'll see it's got like a little closed book icon. Once I've used that book, if I find it again, it will have an open book icon. So that's how you know if you've read a book or not. But point of this tip is that you want to loot these mailboxes as you go. You'll see there I've got now 2 nice books. The mailbox will show an open thing like that once you've looted it. But you can see here there's more mailboxes. So just take your time, find the ones you need, find what you can. Like there we've got 1, 2, 3. Let's go another one. And what do we got in here? Great. So sometimes you'll get paper. I don't normally keep paper because I'm not a shotgun guy. I'm not going to read all the books. And there we go. And do that as you travel around. So as you go and get new quests from the trader, and also the POI that you've just looted. So we did that one. We can just open up here, and we've got another magazine. I can drop that paper, and we can read that. That brings us to the next tip, which is keep an eye out for rabbits and chickens. So I saw a rabbit here. He was just in the corner of my eye. There he is. Let's see if we can get a little sneak shot on him. It's not that easy. It's easier said than done. Oh, missed him. Yeah, got the rabbit. See, there we go. There is arrow drop, so make sure that you take that into account. Then, once you've harvested your first rabbit, you want to craft what they call a bone knife. There we go. Craft one of those. That will help you harvest more meat from the specific animal should you find another chicken. Ooh, there's a loot bag. Should you find a chicken or anything else like that. There's another mailbox. Wow, geez, we are lucky today. Ah, there's nothing in there. Okay, that's basically it, I think, for the questing side of things initially. The other tip I want to give you guys is you don't have to go clubs like I've gone. You can also do spears. I would recommend either clubs or spears in the beginning. Unfortunately, knuckles and batons and those things are very, very weak in the early game. So you're going to need to, level those up. So just use clubs or spears in the beginning. They've got a better range. You've got less chance of getting hit unless you know what you're doing. Definitely think of that for your first playthrough. And then I think next we'll move on to a couple of tips and tricks when it comes to fighting zombies in a POI. So let's show that to you guys quickly as well. Okay, so the next tip for you guys is going to be hatches and frames. So let me explain that to you guys. You can build frames like this, which you can place in doorways, which will help to slow down the zombies in case you get a little bit overrun or you need a break to pick up your stamina or whichever. And the other way of doing it is hatches. So you can place hatches in a doorway, which will also help. So let's see how it's going to work. I'm going to place a hatch in this doorway here. I think there's a zombie behind this door. Let's have a look and see. Yep, there is one. We pick up the hatch. Now she's stuck. See? She's going to whack on it, but at least we've got a chance to regain stamina if we need to. Now, I don't suggest using power attacks on day one. Use your left click, your normal attacks. It's perfect. There you go. Now, we've cleared this. We can also use it later on as well. So, let's say we go into this room and a few zombies come out and want to take us on. We can always run them back to this area, lift up the door, and beat them from there. So it's a nice thing to have. Like, here we go, here he comes. Now we've got a nice spot. He can't get to us, but we can definitely get to him. There we go. So that's a nice little tip you can use. Hatches are really great. Just remember where you put them. Be mindful of your surroundings, and you will be able to utilize that quite late into the game, funny enough, depending on how you like to play. If you're playing with sledgehammers and things like that, it's quite nice to use that tactic as well. And also, if you're taking on stronger POIs than what your character is built for, this will definitely help. The next thing is, once you've cleared your quest, so your day one quest, so in this instance now it's hour 17, so it's getting a bit late. We want to complete our quest, so we want to kill all the zombies in the house, and we want to find a place to stay for the night. We don't want to get attacked or taken down while we are busy at night. So what I'm going to do is I am going to clear this POI, and I'll show you guys what we are going to do next. So once you have done your POI, you've gotten what you needed to do, you've killed all the zombies. My suggestion is, for your first night, head upstairs, close the doors that you can, head upstairs and find a nice little quiet space where you can relax for the evening, build a campfire, boil any water that you've picked up or looted, cook any meat that you've harvested, get ready for the next day. The traders open at 4:05, they close at 21:50. So if you've got time, run back to the trader. If you don't, wait till the next morning. It's not the end of the world. And yeah, like I said, in the night, spend your skill points, cook water and cook food for night 1. And you're going to rinse and repeat this for basically the first 2 or 3 days, so that you can get decent loot, you can get a bit of coin, you can get a bit of stuff going, gather resources, and start building the things you want. And I hope that was informative, guys. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like if you did, and please subscribe if you want to see more. And as usual, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.